Thyroid disease is a huge issue in the United States. I'm sure you know of somebody who's suffering from thyroid disease right now, if not you yourself. In fact, it's around 50 million people in the United States are suffering from thyroid disease, with 80% of them being women. But you know what? There is help. And not only is Dr. Banerjee going to help us lose weight, he's going to help us get healthy today. Hi, I'm Jan Demas, and joining me is Dr. Raj Banerjee, and you're with the Integrative Healthcare of St. Louis. Right. You've got a whole specialized system here that's different from anything else I've ever seen before in the medical field.
Right.
And you have also authored a website.
Right, a couple of books, website, getleantoday.com.
A little bit of everything. Well, thyroid disease is such a big issue, but I think most of us didn't realize that there's help. There are things that we can do. Let's start off by talking about some of the symptoms, because I think people are walking around with thyroid disease and they don't even know they have it.
Right, so some of the symptoms are you can't lose weight even if you've been dieting and things like that. Extreme fatigue, irritability, constipation, mood swings, hair falling out or thinning.
Okay, all scary, very scary things.
Yeah. Yep.
And what is it that you can do? What can you do that's different than just going to a doctor and getting a pill? Because most people are just on pills.
Right. So most people, again, they get the pills and they're looking at, their doctor's looking at the TSH or the thyroid stimulating hormone. And they'll go back to the doctor and the doctor will say, you know what, the ranges are back to normal, yet the person still can't lose weight, they're still depressed, they still can't sleep, they can't stay asleep, fall asleep, hair still, so all the symptoms are still there. And so that's basically what they're going through.
So you're saying even though a blood test could be normal, it's not necessarily saying that, okay, you don't have thyroid disease, even though a blood test could say it's normal?
Yeah, so the numbers can look pretty, but you still have the symptoms. So then where do you go then when your doctor's telling you everything's normal, but you still have the symptoms?
Well, then what's our alternative? What can we do?
So we got to do the right testing. And that's where the detective work comes in. That's what we do that other doctors aren't doing. So we are actually looking at the underlying causes, the mechanisms that actually driving your thyroid to go bad in the first place.
Okay, and that's what's different between what you do as a doctor than what another doctor's doing than by just writing a script.
Right, so again, we need to find out why your thyroid is doing this. Why is your body doing this? Okay. And see, the conventional model is you have a symptom, they give you a pill for that symptom. And what happens? We all know what happens. You keep getting more symptoms.
More pills.
You got to figure out the underlying cause, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about talking to you about your results. I was curious just to hear what kind of results you had. When we came in today to do this, one of your patients was in here.
Yeah, Dorothy. Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing because she's saying she's only been coming to you for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right.
She's already thrown out her cane. I mean, this woman is a mess. She's got so many things wrong with her. Yeah. She has been using a cane, and after 2 weeks, she doesn't even know where her cane is. She threw it out.
Right, yeah.
That's impressive.
Her energy's coming back. She's losing weight. She feels lighter. She's not depressed anymore. All those things are coming back to her. So she's actually getting her life back. And this is only 2 weeks.
And this isn't an anomaly. I mean, this is typical of the results that you're seeing.
Once you find the underlying cause, your body has an amazing ability to heal. So it's one of the things I tell my patients is, look, you can't poison your body to health. You can't just be popping pills and expect health. You have to figure out why your body's not working.
I had pain in my upper part of my body that, and one part is dissipated quite a bit. I used to use a cane because of the scoliosis. I was always out of balance, but also I had breathing issues too. So my breathing is so much better, and I don't use a cane anymore.
I can't say enough good things about this program because it's brought me to where I've wanted to be for quite a few years now.
I've lost 36 pounds in 3 months. My granddaughter says that she can put her arms around me now.
Good. So you feel younger?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, quite a bit younger.
Okay.
I can keep up with my kids now.
Within 2 weeks, I'm off all my medications, and my blood sugar is running in between 80 and 120
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks' time.
You basically got off all your meds in 2 weeks.
I basically got off all my meds in 2 weeks. Plus, I've lost 11 pounds.
So usually when I go to my regular primary care doctor, he comes in, he's really nice. He comes in and he says, how are you doing? He asks about my oldest daughter because he really likes her. She was a good patient of his, and she's now gone to Virginia. So he asked about her, and she was fine, and we just usually have a conversation. He checks my vitals, and then he tells me he's going to send me for blood work, and he refills my prescriptions. And usually that's it. And he's usually in a hurry. But this time, after having blood work done through him, he came in, he sat in his chair, he pulled himself close to me, and he just kind of looked at me for a couple of seconds. And he said, "How did you do this?"
I have a question for you guys first. What's the main reason why you put off going to the doctor? Do you know what the answer to that one is?
They don't want to get on a scale,
That's
right?
exactly it. People don't want to get on the scale, especially as women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's enough to cause anxiety and stress, and we're frustrated because we've tried every single diet on the face of the earth, and nothing seems to work.
Right.
But you're going to help us today.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, exactly. Stubborn weight issues, stubborn belly fat, fatigue, all these different things can be handled and can be fixed.
By how?
So again, the thing is, do diets really work? They really don't work. The statistics is like 3%, but 97% you're going to gain actually more weight after you go on a diet. So what you have to really figure out is why your body's not working, why your physiology is not working. Like we talked about before, people usually coming to me, they have these weight issues, really frustrating. They've been going through all these different diets. They're fatigued throughout the day. They may be losing their hair. They just feel tired and depressed, or anxiety, or, things like that. So those are the kind of people that come to me.
But you're saying what we need to do is focus on getting healthy,
right,
and not focus on the weight loss. Well, it's so hard to not focus on the weight loss when none of your clothes fit anymore and you can't get up and out of your chair easier, but you're going seriously focused on the health.
So the reason I tell you that is because the weight is not your fault. That's the reason why. And so once you understand that, a lot of pressure, it kind of just melts away, because it's really not your fault. And people have not been telling you the truth. The other doctors have not been telling you the truth. The weight industry, they have not been telling you the truth. So once you figure out why your body's not working, once you figure out why your physiology is not working, and you change that, the weight's going to come off all by itself. You don't have to do any crazy diets.
I'm still stunned by it's not your fault, because really, who hasn't been in a doctor's office? You get on the scale and you're just like praying, if you even make your appointment. Many people won't even go.
What do? They browbeat you. You better lose the weight, you better exercise more.
That's the first thing
or you're
they
going to have
say.
diabetes, you're going to have blood pressure, all this stuff. Look,
And you're saying it's not our
It's not
fault.
your fault. It's not your fault, okay? And once you figure out why your body is not healthy, and how do you figure this out?
How do we figure this out?
Testing. You got to do the right testing. So there's so many layers to this. You got to look at your liver function. We got to look at if you have toxins, if you have infections, if you have parasites. Most people have about 10, 15, 20 pounds of stuff in their colon that they can't get out. So again, all these different infections and toxins are in your body. So once you can figure this stuff out, and you actually get your body to heal and work, you don't have to diet anymore. The weight will just come off.
We can throw the word diet just right out of the dictionary.
There's no need for it, because it's going to be more of a lifestyle change that's going to keep you healthy. So there's no dieting. It's just what you do now. And because of the new information that you're going to get, you structure that into your lifestyle. It's just who you are, is what you do. And you don't have to do anything different. You're just going to get healthier and healthier and healthier.
Like you say, you're getting healthier, and then the weight will just kind of automatically
Think
fall
about
off.
it. A healthy person is not going to be overweight. A healthy person is not going to have high blood pressure. A healthy person is not going to have diabetes. A healthy person is not going to be in pain, right? It's going to be strong, lean, and he doesn't have to worry about weight.
But everything you're saying just goes against all that we've been fed throughout the years about diet and exercise, and who thinks to look at any other surrounding issues.
Right.
No wonder you do so well, and no wonder you get such good results.
We get amazing results, yeah.
I have lost 45 pounds.
58 pounds, and
I've lost 35.
Lost 25 pounds.
I've dropped about 55 to 60 pounds.
I'm so proud of my patients and their results, and I can't wait to share them with you. So here are some of my patients and their amazing results.
It's just so great, and I'm so thankful for the program. It's just changed my life.
I came here because I was having a lot of problems with my thyroid. I've had a thyroid issue for 15 years, and I would recommend this to anybody who had any of those issues.
I was at my neighbor's house last night, and when she walked up, she's like, "Oh my gosh, Barb,
I couldn't figure out who that was. You were so skinny and thin. You look great. She goes, the hair's different? I go, no, the hair's the same. It's the body that's different, so.
Oh my world, when I came to Dr. Banerjee, I lived in a gray, colorless world. At first I felt like I was in a bottomless pit, no hope. Now there is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm 78 years old, and I became a patient of Dr. Banerjee 3 weeks ago. And I can't tell you how much better I feel in a matter of 3 weeks.
Lost 37 pounds. I have higher energy level. I went in very short time. I was up to 42-inch waist in jeans, and within a week or so, I was in 38.
I've lost 27 pounds. I'm no longer, my AC1's down, my blood sugar's down. I feel better, I got more energy. But very proud of what I have accomplished with his help.
Now I have lost 26 pounds in 8 weeks. I am so thankful for this program.
So this was a milestone for you, right?
Yes.
Why was it a milestone?
Because this is the thinnest I've been since I was 20 years old.
I came and saw him, was very depressed, going through a hard time in my life. And believe it or not, I know I've cried, but I'm doing great now, and I'm really looking forward to having a better life.
So would you recommend this for other people?
Oh, I would highly recommend this for everyone.
Doctor, most of my family is actually suffering from thyroid disease. And there's only 2 of us that aren't, and I'm lucky enough to not. But I have a niece who's only 26 years old. And I don't even want to tell you how much she weighs, but it's close to 300 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And she has all the symptoms of thyroid disease, but she keeps getting tested and they're telling her she's fine.
Yeah. We see that a lot. We see that a lot.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, because it's so thyroid. Taking care of someone's thyroid is actually pretty complicated. It's not as easy as it looks, because there's so many layers to it. It's just not the thyroid. So when they do the test, they'll do TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. They may do T3 and T4, but there's 8, 10 other markers. And a huge driver to thyroid disease, which most people have no idea, and their doctors are not telling them, is the autoimmune possibility. Actually, according to the Endocrine Society, about 90% of people that have thyroid disease don't even have a thyroid disease in the first place. They have an autoimmune disease. So yeah, exactly. And your doctors know this, but they're not testing it. So that's really frustrating for me when, especially when my mom had to go through this too. So this is the reason I'm doing this is just educate people that, look, there's other layers to this than just the thyroid.
Out of curiosity, since you mentioned your mom, what kind of symptoms did she have, and where is she now?
So my mom, she was diabetic. She had thyroid issues. She had weight issues. She couldn't sleep. She had fatigue. She had constant infections. And it's a personal story, but basically this is about 13, 14 years ago. I was coming home once a month or so to see my parents. My dad works for the government. He works for the Army. He's a research specialist, and so he does whatever he does. And so we're there one weekend. We get a phone call. My mom answers the phone and just falls to the ground, just crying, just screaming. On the other end was the message that my uncle found my aunt with a diabetic stroke, dead, in the bathroom floor. And here's my mom going through the same thing. She's going from doctor to doctor, specialist, seeking results. No results at all. Every time she goes in, there's another drug. Another drug. So the bag full of medication is choked down. And once I saw this happen, it really opened my eyes and really made me understand that, look, these doctors have no idea what they're doing. All they're doing is pushing more meds on you. They have no intention to fix anything or figure something out. It's take this until you have all these side effects, right? And so this is why I'm so passionate about this, is to really figure these things out for people. And once you figure it out, it's actually, your body can take care of the whole thing. You get rid of the toxins, you figure out that there's certain infections that may have to be cleared out. Your body can heal, right?
And how's your mom now?
She's doing a lot better. She doesn't, we reversed her diabetes. The thing with the thyroid, she had this for 10 years before I learned how to figure this out. So she had an autoimmune disease. So autoimmune diseases are genetic factors, right? So that means I have it too. So if I don't watch what I eat and look at the triggers, I'll have the same thing. So again, so we could do a whole, whole another thing on autoimmune, but basically, you know what autoimmune is, right? Your immune system protects your body, but for whatever reason, it's turning around and it's attacking different organs or tissues, right? And there's tons of autoimmune diseases, right? Rheumatoid, Crohn's, ALS, MS, those are different autoimmune. When your thyroid is being attacked by your immune system, it's called Hashimoto's if it's hypothyroid, or Graves if it's hyperthyroid. So again, there's tests that will figure this out, right?
And then you go ahead and treat them once you find out which autoimmune disease that...
It's not like I do something to them, because that's not how I've designed my program. I really designed it in a way where I put you in the driver's seat. So I teach you. It's a curriculum that I put together. So why did I do it that way? Because I really believe that once you learn how to take care of your body and take care of your health, you shouldn't have to keep coming back to me over and over again. You're not going to hear that from any other doctors, right? What's their business model? When you go to a doctor and you're taking a, let's say, blood pressure med or cholesterol med, and you ask your doctor, Doc, how long should I take this for? Or even a thyroid med. Doc, how long should I take my thyroid medication for?
Forever.
For the rest of your life. Isn't that a good business model? Well, I don't like that, especially when we're suffering with all these different diseases and health issues. I think we should be in the control. We should figure out how our bodies work and fix it and look at the underlying issues and change our lifestyles and figure out the triggers, and if we have infections, get rid of those. If our liver, if our kidney, if our GI system is not working, fix that so our bodies can work. That's my philosophy.
I like how you want to be able to give us our own tools, and then, like you say, not only in control, which we should be anyway. We want to be. Most of us want to be in control, but it's also up to you if you don't want to be in control.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
kind of,
exactly. So the people I'm looking for, their health has to be the #1 priority. It has to be the #1 priority, because again, I'm not going to just give you pills to cover up your symptoms. You have to be willing to do what it takes to get yourself healthy. So those are the kind of people that I really want to attract.
We talked about Dorothy. What are some of the other, does a particular patient, client come to mind when you just think, when that person left, it's like, oh, I did a good job today, or does somebody stand out?
I have so many that stand out. One lady that I just talked to last week, her husband is actually a medical doctor. And she, last year, I think she's 58 or 57 years young. She had to have a pacemaker put on because she had such bad heart disease, heart condition. So after the surgery, her life was just going downhill big time. She could barely get out from her car to the office without just sitting down, fatigued, pain everywhere, shortness of breath. And actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see tons of these people getting results within a very short period of time. So with her, within about 3 months, she's walking around the botanical garden for 2.5 miles without sitting down. Her pain is going away. She feels happier. She just feels like her life is coming back. And her husband feels like he's getting his wife back again. Wow. So.
Well, you must be awfully proud just to be able to say, I was instrumental in changing someone's life and giving someone their life back.
Well, here's how I think about this. People say doctor-patient relationship, right? I don't believe in that. I believe in a partnership. I believe that we both have our parts. My part is to figure things out that your doctors haven't figured out. Your part is what? Your part is to apply what I teach you. So if we do our parts, it's going to happen, right? But here's how the healing happens. Here's how I think about it. I don't think I can't heal anyone. If you go to a doctor and they say, I'm going to heal you, you should go away, go somewhere else. I cannot heal you. What I can do is I can teach you. I can figure things out for you, show you the underlying problems, teach you what it needs to take to do this. You apply it, but where's the healing coming from? Your body and God, right? It's coming from that. But we still have our parts. You just can't sit there and just pray about it in the corner and all of a sudden, you've got to do your part too, right?
Do you have your schedule book with you? Because I want to make an appointment.
Just call my office. Just call my office. Yeah, my staff takes care of all that, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to end it. I'm blown away.
I feel so much better now. Before, I didn't have hardly any energy. I work in a fast food restaurant, and I was getting kind of sluggish. And now I just feel like going all the time. I just can't wait to walk. I can't wait to do other things in my life.
I remember one thing you said earlier, that the first thing you have to get healthy. in order to begin to lose weight. And when I was trying it on my own before, nothing was happening. So as I began to get healthy, losing the weight became easy.
So glad that we found some other alternative besides just taking medicine that may have been doing more harm than good. To be losing this weight, because he wasn't losing weight, it was like he got to where he couldn't even drop the weight. So to be losing this weight like this, substantial weight, where the clothes hang better, where he's feeling better, where his skin has cleared up, is just immaculate.
Good.
And the result of the blood pressures are gorgeous. The blood sugar is gorgeous. I started this program a month ago, and I've already lost 25 pounds. And it's the easiest program I have ever been on. I've tried all of them. And I was taking 13 types of pills a day, which accounted to 30-something pills, and I am now down to 6.
I started with 284 units a day on an insulin pump, and as of a week ago, I stopped using the insulin pump, and actually there was a day last week that I only took 15 units.
I've dropped 4 inches in my pant size. There's a lot of good things that have happened because of this, and I feel a lot better about myself. My wife is happy that I'm doing better physically. I'm able to do yard work and landscaping, things that I just didn't have the energy or the desire to do. So a lot of nice things have happened as a result of this.
In just a few months, I have completed all of those goals. And I can't say enough about this program and Dr. Banerjee. I just thank God that he allowed me to meet him and to hear him listening to the radio. And I'm glad that I came and started this program because it's been wonderful for me.
I'm much more alert, and I'm feeling much more energized. I feel like I have my life back. I've brought friends here, and they're loving the program, and it's just been a godsend for me. I love it.
Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I really hope that it gave you some valuable information. And I really don't want you to miss out on my master class. You know, spots are filling up really fast. Just give us a call, and I look forward to seeing you soon.